Alright guys, what's up? I know it's kind of a weird location. I'm upstairs by the computer. But what I want to talk about is the VGAs. Try to get you a better position. The VGAs were 2 days ago, as of right now. And some exciting stuff happened, some kind of meh stuff happened. But I am here to talk about it right now. Right off the bat, Game of the Year for 2011, according to Spike.com, is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And this game definitely looks awesome. I played a little bit of Oblivion. I was kind of younger when that was around, so I was actually a little bit scared of it. But I'm definitely going to try and get Skyrim. And yeah, it definitely looks good. It did deserve it. Although I voted for Uncharted 3. I mean, I'm just like the biggest Uncharted fan, so that's probably my favorite series ever is Uncharted. So of course I voted for that. Just to let you know, the other nominees. Right, so Elder Scrolls V Skyrim won. Batman was a nominee. Zelda Skyward Sword was a nominee. Portal 2 was a nominee, and Uncharted 3 was a nominee. I voted for Uncharted 3. You know, so Skyrim won. There are like a lot of categories, so I'm just gonna like kind of briefly go over them. Studio of the Year was Bethesda. Best Xbox 360 game was Batman. Best PS3 game was Uncharted 3. Best Wii game. I know like I'm not a big expert on Xbox, so right now I'm just gonna tell you the other nominees for best PS3 game. There was Uncharted 3, Little Big Planet 2, Killzone 3, and Infamous 2. Uncharted 3 won. I voted for that. But I almost did vote for Little Big Planet 2 because I voted for Uncharted 3 for Game of the Year. So I was like, you know, I want Little Big Planet 2 to win something. But I knew that it really didn't have a shot, so I just voted for Uncharted 3. And Little Big Planet 2 definitely deserves more nominations. This is the only thing it got nominated for. Little Big Planet 2 and Little Big Planet 1 are really good games. Like which is Media Molecule, their developers, are really creative. Like, this game is so like unique and it's really good. So definitely Little Big Planet 2 should have just at least won something, been nominated for more things. Best Wii game was Zelda Skyward Sword. That was going up against like Epic Mickey and other stuff. I voted for Epic Mickey, but I'm still I like Zelda, but I don't know. Zelda was gonna get all the attention because it was the first inductee ever to the Game Hall of Fame and everything. Best PC game was Portal 2. Best handheld game was Super Mario 3D Land. Yep. Best shooter was Call of Duty. I don't like Call of Duty. I'm sorry, but it is so drawn out and boring and like, oh my god, I can't play it anymore. I do not play Call of Duty anymore. It is the same thing. I've played it before, like, too much. I played Modern Warfare 2, I played Black Ops, and I'm just done. It's so boring. Batman Arkham City won Best Action Adventure Game. The other nominees were Revelations, Skyward Sword, and Drake's Deception. I don't really remember what I voted for. Probably Uncharted 3. But I didn't get Batman yet. It looks really good. I'm not like a superhero buff, but the game looks good, so it did deserve it. Best RPG was Skyrim. That was going up against Dark Souls, A Human Revolution. I didn't really know that was an RPG. And Dragon Age 2. Deus Ex Human Revolution, I mean. Best multiplayer was Portal 2. This kind of baffled me a little bit. Portal 2's multiplayer is just two people, co-op, and you know you have to work together in order to do the puzzles. Like, if your partner is a complete doofus, you're not going to be able to do them. So I guess that's why it won. But what it was going up against was Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3. It even beat Modern Warfare 3, which I thought everyone would be voting for, and Gears of War 3. If you play Call of Duty, just give it up, man. Give it up. I'm just kidding. It's okay if you like it, but it's just so boring to me. best individual sports game, that means like not team, just like one person versus another person and everything. Fight Night Champion won. It was going up against Tiger Woods PGA Tour 12, Top Spin 4, and Virtua Tennis 4. I'm not a sports person. Best team sport game, NBA 2K12. Best driving game, I'm pretty sure Forza 4 got that. I'm not a driving person either. Best fighting game, Mortal Kombat. It was going up against King of Fighters 13, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and WWE All-Stars. I'm not a big fighting person either, but if I actually had like the finger ability of doing that, I would have. Best motion game was Skyward Sword. It was going up against Child of Eden, Dance Central 2, and The Gunstringer. I never even heard of the bottom one. Best independent game was Minecraft, and Minecraft lost best PC game to Portal 2, and I thought that Minecraft is like second most known game ever, like below Call of Duty. So I thought Minecraft was going to win like everything it was nominated for, but it didn't. Portal 2, I think, won the most awards. But yeah, best adapted video game is Batman Arkham City. Best song in a game was Build That Wall and Bastion. I don't really know any of the other ones. Best original score. How much time do I have left? 1 minute. Oh, I got time. This is gonna be a 15-minute video. Best original score was Bastion. Bastion looks cool. I forgot which systems it's on, but if it's on PSN, I should probably look into it. It was best original score was going up against Batman Arkham City, Deus Ex, and Portal 2. I think LA Noire or something like that should have been in there. LA Noire's soundtrack was really good. Best graphics, Uncharted 3 won. Yay! It was going up against Batman Arkham City, which has amazing graphics, LA Noire, which has amazing facial graphics, and Rage, which I don't know anything about. LA Noire, that was its only nominee thing. Should have been nominated for other stuff. LA Noire is a great, great game. Best male performance, or best performance by a human male, whatever, same thing, was Stephen Merchant as Wheatley. This is probably the biggest annoyance that I have had this whole thing. Not even Game of the Year. That didn't piss me off because, you know, Elder Scrolls won partially because of, not the genre, but because of the type of game it is. Skyrim won because of, you can do so many things. And Uncharted 3 lost because it's an action-adventure game. You go along this one plot, which is really good, but that's all you do. And once you beat it, you know, there's not really much you can do besides multiplayer. So, you know, I was like, you know what, Skyrim definitely deserved that. They all deserve that, but Skyrim, yeah, I can see that. But Wheatley, he's a funny dude. I've seen parts of Portal 2, looks cool, but Nolan North as Nathan Drake should have won. Come on. Nathan Drake is the freaking, like, top 3 best characters ever. I'm serious. Like, Nolan North is so good. Like you can't not like Nathan Drake. Like, when you're playing the game, you love him. Like, there's no choice. You can't dislike him. So I was a little upset. Not upset. I wasn't gonna, like, go cry in a corner, but I was like, frick. Alright, now best performance by human female, that was Ellen McLean as GLaDOS. Which, I don't really know. I'm pretty sure that, you know, this category was, like, I didn't really care, but I voted for Emily Rose as Elena Fisher. There was actually 2 female performances in this category that were from Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, which is Chloe and Elena. I voted for Elena, but GLaDOS won. I think Elena should have won, though. Best downloadable game was Bastion, no surprise there. And best DLC, this is like a freaking category they just tack on. Like, DLC should not exist in general. Like, is this really gonna do this to me right now? Stupid computer, internet thing. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Alright, best DLC was Portal 2 peer review. I don't know. DLC blows, man. I don't know. I'm skipping over the Blitz cover thing. I'm gonna go straight to Character of the Year. Everything should be in the game from jump. Alright, Character of the Year was Joker. Again, I wish it was Nathan Drake, which is the other nominee. There's the Joker, Nathan Drake, Marcus Phoenix, don't really know him, and Wheatley. Wheatley, you lost. I'm sorry. Joker won, who was played by Luke Skywalker. Most anticipated game won Mass Effect 3. I voted for Bioshock Infinite, most anticipated game. The only two I really care about on this list is Bioshock Infinite and The Last Guardian. Like, I haven't played Eco or Shadow of the Colossus, but I've seen footage. On my Christmas list, I put, the Shadow and Eco collection, so I'm getting into those games. But that's it for the, oh crap, 11:11. I got 4 minutes to kind of wrap up. No, not 4, you idiot. Do math. Okay, I'm wasting time. Alright, so that's that. It was overall, I can understand why the things won that they did, but I wish other stuff would have won. So, yeah. But, the other news that I want to talk about is The Last of Us. The Last of Us is going to be freaking amazing. Naughty Dog is the creator of it. I'm going to try and put a link in the description to the trailer. Might forget, like I always do. And, okay, so, Last of Us, Naughty Dog, and they're using 2 teams. Now, I don't really understand, I do understand what this means, but there are a couple things that could happen. Okay, so they have had one team working on The Last of Us for, like, over 2 years. That's what they've said. So, that's going to be really good. And they have another team that was working on Uncharted 3, and now they aren't doing anything that we know of. I hope what they're doing is working on Uncharted 4 as a release title for the PS4, or maybe even, like, one of the last games for PS3. So yeah, that's how I hope it works out, is Uncharted 4 and Last of Us is the 2 teams that they have. Link in the description for The Last of Us. Looks freaking awesome. Some people are saying, like, oh, it's another zombie game, whatever, shoot, kill, whatever. But the thing is, Naughty Dog's making it, and Naughty Dog makes great games. And, yeah. So that's why, like, The Last of Us will not disappoint. Looking forward to it. I really wanted to see something of Title Fight at the VGAs, but I guess we're just going to have to keep waiting for any information on that. Even like a teaser trailer or anything, and then a little bit of information that tells us, yeah, Title Fight is a real thing. But yeah, I only have one thing left to talk about. Yeah, this isn't going to be very long. And the last thing I want to talk about is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. So what happened is, Metal Gear Rising was announced E3, I think, 2010. Like, don't quote me on that, I really don't remember. Maybe even 2011, I don't know. No, 2010, definitely E3 2010. And what happened was, they canceled it, and then restarted it without even saying anything. On a side note, it was kind of sad watching Kojima, like, screw up his words on stage like that. But, anyway, that's kind of irrelevant. So, yeah. They canceled it, restarted it, didn't even say anything. And, to be honest, I think I liked the first, 2010-ish version. The trailer that they showed at the VGAs of, 2 days ago, was really, like, unbelievable. Like, I don't mean unbelievable, like, wow, look at that, that's insane, unbelievable. I mean unbelievable, like, come on, dude, that's ridiculous, that didn't happen. Because they have Raiden, like, freaking, he stabs this giant thing. I don't know, I only watched the trailer once, but so I remember it vaguely. But he stabs his giant things and just chucks it. Like, come on, I know he's a freaking, like, cyber human, but it's a little ridiculous. Like, how he kind of... Metal Gear Solid has always been a somewhat realistic game, but with moments where you're like, okay, that couldn't happen, which is okay. Like, games don't have to be realistic. Games aren't supposed to be realistic, really. The point of playing video games is to, you know, have a different spin on life. But with Metal Gear Solid, it's always been kind of realistic, but also got a little sprinkle of imagination in there. And this game is like 10% realism and just 90% ridiculousness from what I've seen. And the reason is because the people who restarted it are the makers of Bayonetta. And if you've seen like any video of Bayonetta, it is like over the top ridiculousness, which is okay for that game because that was just like a single game. You know, it didn't have any prequel, that was whatever. But I just feel like this trailer showed that it's going to be a lot different from the other Metal Gear Solid games. It still will be good, but it's going to be a little bit weird. Let me just put it like that. It's going to be weird playing it because it's going to be so different. It still looks good, but weird. Those are my thoughts on the VGAs. See you guys next time.